I
But
love
you
it.
know,
Way over.
John should be happy that you're celebrating stuff like that because you guys never got to do it before. That's why you guys are overdoing stuff that
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
guys probably want to
I'm
do
sure he
when
loves
you're a
it.
Oh,
younger
he
age.
loves it because you know
Yeah.
why? Because his mom is the same exact way. His mom,
Really?
yeah, she's already brought me stuff for all 12.
John was never a JW, right?
No, 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 no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, he was never, his parents weren't religious. They sent him to like him and his brother for like to like a church camps and stuff just to kind of
Uh-huh. Like you need to believe
like free
something,
free
right? Just to stay.
childcare.
Uh,
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, but no, he's not religious. Actually, he told me he came to one memorial with me
Really?
when I was still like
And that's once a year, the memorial when they pass the bread and the wine. And it would be at the Kingdom Hall.
oh,
Like the celebrating basically Jesus, you know, his
ours.
arrest or
Ours was at the Hercules swim center.
okay.
So
What did
he
he say about it? Was
I
that
mean, our neighbors were there
okay.
and then like an old guy who he'll do side jobs for. He's the one who invited him, so that's why he was like, okay, I'm just gonna go 1 year.
Yeah.
But
what that was a Kingdom Hall,
They
or
do have them at the Kingdom Hall, but if they think there's going to be too many people or whatever, sometimes they have them at other
was this on
places.
like a holiday? Was it on
No,
Christmas?
remember when I told you like it depends on like when the moon, or
Uh,
whatever. Like they
Niacin
do,
14,
yeah.
13, Niacin 13.
So
Oh,
you'll know they'll tell you when the memorial is going to be, and then you invite like everybody, and even people that aren't Jehovah's Witnesses go. Like a lot of people.
hmm.
mhm.
So yeah. But no, he never, I was too out for him because I figure if, I was always like, well, if what they're saying is true, then me going one day to the
Is not
memorial is
gonna
not going to
change
save
anything.
me
Yeah.
for sure. So
What
I
I
stopped
when
going.
was your last memorial? Do you remember?
I think, oh God, I can't even freaking remember. Probably when I was in my, probably like
Was it
mid
the one
20s.
we went to in Sacramento? Or did you go to another one after that?
I think I went to another one. I might have went after that.
I think you did because I think
I went to one where my brother lives in American Canyon. I went with them. I remember 1 year. I can't even
do you go to
remember.
memorials anymore?
Or I was like 30. When did we go? When was that one? Can it?
I
It's been a
don't
long
know.
time. I haven't been to the memorial in years. Years. I can't even remember.
That one
Probably,
was probably like 30.
I'd say around when I was 30 years old, then
30,
yeah,
yeah.
I think I've only been to a church
over
twice,
15 years.
and both times I sweat like a dog.
He said like he sweat like a whore in church.
As soon as I walk in, I would just be
God,
Can
it's
I,
drenched
can
with
I say
sweat,
that word?
with sweat. Like he knew I did
I
some
would do that
bad
now. If I
stuff.
went now, oh, I'd be sweating for sure.
Oh yeah.
any church? I go to churches all the time because it seems like somebody's always dying.
Really? So you
Well,
have to go
that's
to
the
a
only time I
funeral?
went to. Yeah.
Yeah. And then like next month, Alina's going to be in a quinceañera and I have to do like a reading, a Bible reading there. But
Hey,
it's
was our when we had our piano recital, was that in a church?
no,
Okay.
that was at the senior center.
Okay,
And
okay.
or that's the senior they
Because wasn't it
were in
supposed to
grant
be? Because I
competition.
remember us maybe not being able to do
I
it if it
remember
was.
something of, yeah, they weren't sure.
So yeah, no, now I haven't even stepped foot in a church. I think
Ever?
no, I don't think so. Mm-mm.
No, we went to a funeral. Didn't we go to a
We
funeral?
did. We did.
Well, that was my
Yeah, that
son's.
was a church.
That was my son's.
Yeah, I didn't even think of it though like that. But I've
No,
never
that
been
wasn't
to
really a
where they're
church.
doing any
That
type
was a
of
funeral home. That
any.
was a funeral home.
So okay,
I
so
don't
I
think that was a
haven't. I
church.
haven't then because his mom asked when we were getting married, she was like, there's like this church that would probably be really cute to get married in, and I'm like, no.
Nope.
No.
No organized religion.
She's just like, okay. Yeah, if it was like non-denominational, I could do that. But I was like, no church, no nothing like that. Nothing.
I've been wanting to go to this one church though. It's called People's Church
I
over
wouldn't be
here in
opposed
Arizona.
to going. Like if he wanted to and was like, let's go,
I seen it on YouTube, and the guy, he's like a young guy, and he's the what do you call this preacher? No,
pastor, or something like that.
And he says everybody is welcome. It's not a church of Christ. It's a church of
like you don't have to be Christian, you don't have to be Catholic. So it's a non-denominational, probably.
It's not about doing it, you know.
Is it by you?
Praying.
It's
so full of crap.
It's like right across town.
Oh.
Yeah, right across
He's
town.
on praying. It's like, is that true?
I don't what praying. I don't know.
Maybe
I've never.
If he wanted to, I'd be down for him. I would go. But
I've never really prayed at all. Only time I've really prayed for the first time was because of my dad.
When he got in that accident, yeah.
Yeah.
I to tell you the truth, I don't pray. I think that's because I was so indoctrinated.
Yeah.
I can't right now. Maybe later, but not right now. Yeah, still. It's been years. I still can't.
Yeah, that's going to be another topic one day, one of these days with my dad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's a very confusing, it makes you very confused later.
It makes you not want to do, because it was so pushed down your throat. I think that you just are like, yeah. And then you don't know what.
You honestly are like, okay, then where the F would I even start?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this religion, I don't think that, I think that's BS. And I don't, you know, and you're like,
truth to every religion, maybe, but it's all just jumbled up. And
John said he would never church with me ever. I was like, we went to a Catholic, very Catholic funeral. And he was like, I said, what if, I said, babe, I would really like to start going to Catholic church, you know, at least on Sundays. And he was like, you can do it by yourself. I'm not doing it. And I was like, but no, I really think it'd be good bonding experience. Whereas he's like, like I won't. I won't.
Yeah.
It would be hard for me, put it that way. It would be really, really hard.
I didn't go pray. I prayed. I prayed at home. I didn't go to
like
church.
The association might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like not super like
pushy.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
You know, like, oh, hopefully I'll see you again. Not like, oh,
you're coming next week, right?
Sure, I'll come and pick you up. What?
I'm good. What Uber?
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So there was. Oh, man, I was going to say something about. Oh yeah, when her dad was sick, you know, I told her, why don't you just call your dad? But it's like she said he probably won't answer.
Well, I did call him once
when
he was in the hospital.
He answered.
And then he started acting weird, like 2 minutes later, because I knew my mom and I could hear her in the background, like hovering, and I knew, and he tried to pretend that it wasn't me on the phone. So right then I was like, I'm done. I will never, because I felt so just like, you know, I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to make myself do that again.
What about like when you were in your car accident and
no, never phone call, nothing,
not a text, not a phone call, not a card.
Yeah.
Thinking of you.
Car was totaled. I mean, it was a bad accident and nothing at all. But then when my brother got in an accident, they rushed over there, you know.
Well, and the thing is, I'm sure Guy knows, but for our viewers, is that your brother's pretty much just disassociated himself. They don't believe it's the truth. They celebrate Christmas and birthday.
Yeah, but just because they've never got disfellowshipped.
But because they've never
they should be.
That's one reason why me and her brother got in a little argument. Because
a big argument,
yeah, over that situation.
And I think it's complete bullshit.
but I'm not going to be fake. Yeah, I can't go and pretend or just pretend in general.
Yeah.
I just can't do
Well,
it.
you
I
shouldn't have to.
cannot do it. I'd
Yeah.
rather just it is what it is, and if that's how they want to be. If you're in and doing what you should be doing, we'll love you. If you're not disfellowship, we'll love, we'll
Mhm.
be around you. But
Well,
if you
that's why
are,
I
then
asked
you're
that.
cut off so freaking fast.
That's why I asked her his situation with her, or if his situation, if he was even. She goes, no, he was never been disfellowship. He's never really been like in like you were.
Mm.
And then,
Well, he's
yeah,
baptized. He was in maybe halfway, kind of growing up, but
baptized.
he did get baptized.
So why isn't he disfellowship?
Exactly. Because he didn't go to the elders. I went to the elders and
If you go
basically,
to the elders and you
Oh,
tell the truth,
yeah,
well,
and,
you
yeah,
get the fellowship.
and
If you
he
go to the
avoided them. I
elders,
think they might have. I'm not sure if this is correct, but if I can remember, I think they did maybe knock on their door a few times. They didn't meet with them. They wanted to in the beginning, and they wouldn't.
hmm.
So they didn't ever get disfellowship. They just kind of drifted away. I mean, I guess I could have done that.
no,
We could,
no,
yeah, could
or
have
you're
done
not
that, but
even
I
coming out
didn't
as a
want to be, once
person.
I believe what I believe, I was like, I don't want to be affiliated with that anymore and say that I'm a
Yeah,
Jehovah's Witness when I'm not. I just didn't want to do it.
that's crazy.
So, and then like my, sister-in-law was like, why don't you just kind of come back, go to the meetings, get reinstated, and that way talk to your parents. I'm like, nope, I couldn't stomach going to one more meeting ever.
Well, you know what? I've even told my parent, because so my parents, since they were no, I've always had a relationship with my parents, no matter what. Um, and I tell them about your parents, and they're just like disgusted by it. They're
Mhm.
just like, I don't understand what the hell is wrong with them. Because as parents, and even when you look, they're like, well, they say, well, yeah, as long as you don't talk about spiritual stuff, you could still have a family relationship. That's what they try to say, right?
Mhm.
That's
But you
still
can't.
bullshit.
Yeah.
That's not how it works. They don't still try to keep any relationship because you're
Mm-mm.
bad associations. 1 Corinthians 15:33, bad association spoils useful habits. Like
Yeah.
that is ingrained in our brains.
Hmm.
That's why we couldn't hang out with our family who was non-Jehovah's Witness. That's why we couldn't have friends, non-Jehovah's
Yeah.
Witness. Bad association
Exactly.
spoils useful
Yeah,
habits.
it's
And they
nuts. It's
think the more
crazy.
they shun you, or the more you'll miss them and want to come back. But then if
Yeah,
you think
that's
about
why.
it, that's
Helping
being
you.
fake. But that's being fake too, because it's like, oh, they'll miss us, they'll want to come back. But that shouldn't be a reason to come back. Is
Yeah.
that you just missed your family? Should be because you really believe it's the true religion, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So they're okay with being fake coming back on those terms, but
Wow.
but bless you.
Yeah, I'll put
Bless
that in.
you. Bless you, which we weren't supposed to say either.
Oh, we can say bless you.
No way.
Soon tight.
Because it's bless you. We can't bless
It's a
anyone.
euphemism.
Yeah, we can say bless you.
No, you can't say fart. You can say toot.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Head fart.
Serious?
Okay.
We had to sit down over that. We'd like to talk to you guys, you kids, about something.
Oh,
Okay. And we were like, what? Like, what's going on? Just sit down. We're going to have a little family meeting. From now on, you cannot say fart. And we're like looking at each other, kind of wanting to laugh and just like, but you can say toot. Okay. We were like,
Oh Lord.
your mom, though. That's your mom. I don't think that's a JW thing. I think that's a Debbie thing.
probably, huh?
I mean,
He's just
Toot.
flabbergasted right
Toot.
now. He can't say anything.
I
And
can't
I remember, yeah, he's
I
like,
can't
what's
believe
the
your mom even
euphemism?
got
I'm like,
pregnant. She's an effing angel. But what's crazy is she never
rude.
went out in service.
Wait, what?
Your mom. How was
What
your
about?
mom such an angel, but she never went out in
Oh,
service?
right. She did pioneer like 1 year, I think, but that's about it. That's not a lot considering how many years.
She didn't
You
work.
Because you both pioneered, right?
She did. I auxiliary, which I did. That's
Oh.
not as many hours. She got the 90 hours. I got the 60, and that was hard to do. I,
How the hell did you get 90?
It was not easy. Like I worked, my shift that worked was like from 4 a.m. to like 8:30 a.m. like 4 days a week. I just worked part-time and then the kids were in school and then I'd go out and service till the
it's
kids
all day, every day. And like it
Saturdays.
wasn't before. It's
And then
not, it's all day.
Saturdays and Sundays were service with the kids.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
It's
the
crazy.
kids probably had enough auxiliary pioneer hours on their.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I think they were both publishers, I believe.
See, Isaiah was never a
God,
publisher.
they never got baptized. I mean,
Right. I know. I was telling him that. I'm like, I always told them not to. And I even then it was hard
I,
for me to say that because he was like, he's all grandma and grandpa, they'd still talk to me if I like, and I'm like, I don't think they would. Like, no, no, they
oh
wouldn't.
heck
They
no,
don't
they
talk to
wouldn't.
me. They're not, yeah.
No,
No, it's they
they would
just
not
it's
talk to
cut
him.
and dry.